Alright guys, Wednesday, October 25th, Tush coming at you from the Tush Mahal, and we're just trying to get it into shape for winter. So we're moving a bunch of stuff around, cleaning the trailer out a little bit, getting that organized, trying to make a little bit of room in the garage. So I'm just trying to condense a few items, take any bins out that I don't need in the garage. I want to put those away in the trailer, the ones that are in the trailer that I need. I want to bring those out, then stack them neatly here in the garage so I have easy access to them. So yeah, just a lot of thinking going on as to how I want to organize this for the coming months. So there's things I don't need in here that I can sort of get rid of and move out. I'm trying to do that. So that's what I'm up to. It's getting a little colder. It's only about 12 degrees Celsius out today. It's about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's definitely feeling colder out. My tree still has leaves, but you can see the tree across the way has changed colors already. So I wouldn't expect that I'm going to have trees on this, or leaves on this tree for very much longer. So a little bit windy today. It was pretty windy yesterday, and as you can see, some of the trees are pretty bare already. Anyway, just a quick update for you. We'll continue on. Alright guys, Thursday, October 26th, and just coming up to 9:30 p.m. And as you can see, we've made a little progress on the garage. It's definitely much cleaner, and we've got some more space to work with. Got the car just positioned in the center of the garage on a bit of a diagonal. Haven't got it jacked up on stands yet. We still have it on rolling dollies, but we'll get it jacked up soon. So we've moved all the bins into the garage that are being used for the restoration of this car. Anything that we had over in this corner that was not related to this car, a lot of TR250 TR3 parts, I've moved into the trailer. I don't want to have to go in and out of the trailer during the winter time, as it's going to be a little more difficult to do that, since these two garage doors will shortly be insulated and shut for the winter time. So I'm trying to organize my parts to be inside the garage where I need them, versus being in the trailer where I'll have to sort of dig through the snow and cold to get to them. So just thought I'd give you a quick look at that. It does definitely look more organized in my mind, maybe not to you, but to me we've even got a little work table over here set up. So yeah, I'm happy with the way this is looking. I'm more comfortable now to be able to start working back on the project. There she is, all its glory. I did do a little cleaning of the body tub. Still have a few scraps of paper and little bits to take out of it, but for the most part it looks pretty good. So yeah, we're just out here enjoying the hockey game and doing a bit more cleaning, and hopefully we'll get out here and start working back on this project on the weekend. Alright guys, that's it for now. We'll close the garage door. It's getting a little chilly out tonight. It's going down to about, well, this morning was 0 degrees, so frost on the car and had to scrape it, so definitely much colder. Alright, that's it for tonight. Hey, good morning guys, Tush coming at you. Saturday, October the 28th, and just about 9:30 a.m. and we're out in the garage this morning. And our main objective today is to get this car up on jack stands again. So we'll get it off the rolling dollies, we'll bring it back up to working height. And maybe we'll play a little bit around with the fenders today and see how they fit out of the box. I've got a couple of new fender mounting kits to play with, so we'll see if we can get these bolted on and see how badly or how good they fit. I did play around with the one rear fender, and it does look like it's going to take a little tweaking to make it fit, but we will see. I just more or less held it up there, so it's not a real accurate representation of what it's going to fit like. So anyway, the first job is to get this thing, like I said, up on jack stands and at a better working height, and then we'll play around a bit. I'll bring it back a little later on. Alright guys, job one is done. So just dragged out the rear fender for the driver's side, and we're just going to play around and see how that fits. And then we'll move around to the passenger side. We'll remove the two fenders that we have on there, because we've got two brand new fenders for that side of the car. Unfortunately, I only have the new rear fender on this side. We're going to have to stick with the existing front fender that I had for this side, although we'd already done some work on it anyway, so we had that one fitting not too badly. And I do have a patch repair panel for it, so we're going to go ahead and use that fender at least. And then we'll see how well we can get the three other fenders to fit. Alright guys, first fender is loosely fit. It's only got 2 bolts in there, but I can already see that I'm probably going to have some issues. I think it's going to fit relatively well down at the outer sill, eventually. You can see I've got quite a big gap here but that will push in, but I'm more concerned about this gap here, how wide it is. So that's one issue, and I think I can tell why that's an issue. Is because I have quite a substantial gap here at the back where you can see it needs to go in at least a half an inch forward. Now the problem is you can't go a half an inch forward based off of where the the B post is located. So I've got the inner flange of the fender all the way up against the B post, so that's blocking the fender from going forward. So that's going to be an issue. So I'm thinking that eventually I may have to move this flange on the fender backwards towards me, which will allow the fender to slide forwards. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I am going to put the door up and see how the door gap is at the rear before I do anything. But I thought I'd just give you a quick look of that. It's not going to be just a simple bolt-on fix with these fenders. The other thing that's not a major issue, but it's an issue, is that I think I've only got one bolt hole that actually lines up on this whole flange of this fender. Even if I do end up sliding the fender forward, it doesn't look like any of the bolt holes are going to match. So that means I'll have to plug weld all of the old bolt holes, and we'll have to drill some new bolt holes in order to fit these fenders. So just wanted to point out those issues that I'm having so far. It looks like it's going to fit fairly good here at the back, as long as I can move this forward. So I think that's looking like what I might have to do eventually. I'm not going to go crazy and do it right now. I'm going to think about it and ponder a bit. Like I said, I've got to fit the door. I want to fit the front fender again at some point, and we'll see where we're at after we do all that. Alright, we've got the passenger side rear fender fitted, and we have the same issue with the stick out here at the end of the fender. Pretty significant. And it is all the way to the front of the B post, and you can see I've got a major problem, or going to have a major problem here with the door fitment, not to mention the rocker fitment. So unfortunately, these panels that I thought might be a savior for this car, I think are going to turn out to be a bit of a nightmare in their own right. So I don't know. Again, we're just sort of got them bolted up there with a couple of bolts, but I'm not feeling so good about these fenders now. The good thing is that I have them. They're a good reference for obviously the other fenders that I have. Like I said, the other fenders have been patched significantly, and I just had them laid down together on the floor to see if I could see any noticeable differences. And the one thing that still bothers me is this where they've drilled the location for the side of the bumper mount significantly lower than it should be. Even on these fenders, it's significantly higher. So I'm not sure what's going on as far as the bumper fitment. That's going to be another issue when we get there. But anyway, this is going to be a problem. This whole fitment issue up here. Anyway, we're going to move on to fitting the front fender and see what we can do. But yeah, that's not turning out so well there. Can't move it back any further because I'm going to have more of a stick out than I do right now. So if anything, the fender was going to have to go forward, and that's going to get me into issues obviously with the door fitment. So major problems. Pretty frustrating. Well, the only good news is it looks like the front fender is going to work out pretty well. It seems to fit pretty well just sitting it on there. Does need some work down at the sill where we knew we were going to have to deal with that, but the rest of the fender fits well, including at the front and along the top, which is great. So 1 out of 3 ain't bad. That should be a song, I think. Anyway, yeah, so I'll have to ponder a bit of what I want to do with these rear fenders. That's going to be problematic. So anyway, I think I'll stick the other front fender on and just see what that looks like, and then we'll go from there. So I just stuck the old rear fender on just for fun, and definitely fits a lot better than the new fender, even with all the work that's been done on it. And I guess that's probably why all the work's been done on it. So gap's not bad there. It's a little thicker at the top than it is at the bottom, but I think that's something I could adjust. And then at the back here, we don't have the stick out like we have on the other fenders. Plus, it seems to match okay with the bottom here at the rear valence. So I may be forced to stick with this fender. This is the best of the rear fenders that I have. the body line's okay here, and on the bottom. The other one is a little bit worse for wear. Again, I've already talked about the bumper bracket location, but that's something I'll have to figure out later on. Before we do the final body and paint, we're going to refit the bumper and see what the heck's going on with that. So, not too bad. I was trying to get away with the possibility of not doing this rocker on this side, but I think we're going to have to, based on the stick out here of the front fender and the rear fender. It's just not meeting the sill very well, and I want that to be a lot better than what that is. So probably end up replacing the sill on this side, but I thought I'd give it a shot with the new fenders just to see what it looked like, or the new fender at least on the front to see what it looked like. Anyway, there is one more issue at the front fender, and you can see the big gap up there. It's not bolted, but when I push that tight, there is a little bit of a gap still there. And I don't know if you recall, you probably don't, going back to the very first video, it looked like this car had a little bit of an impact on the front passenger side corner as the paint on the front fender was spidered, even though it was a fiberglass fender, and the bumper corner looked like it had been pushed in a little bit. So I may have to move a little bit of metal over in that corner to make that look a little bit better, but it fits not too bad, just not perfect. So that's it for now, guys. I guess we'll continue on struggling forward and figure out what we're going to do on the other side. So we got Les here tonight doing some arts and crafts, and came over to inspect my work on the fenders. And we've got it not looking too bad. Again, I think we pretty much decided that we're going to have to go with these old rear fenders and make them the best we can. We still haven't put the door on the driver's side, but the fenders are actually fitting not too bad. I put the old fender back on, and actually I think this fender fits the best out of all four fenders on the back of the outer sill, and it doesn't fit too bad on the front. That's the one I need the repair section for, so we'll probably get that to be able to look a little bit better. Like I said, we left off just leaving the door off. I'm going to put that on shortly. But yeah, it's coming together. Unfortunately, like I said, it's kind of a bummer not going to be able to use those new fenders. But we'll use them when I get my TR4 project. Alright, Monday the 30th of October. And just about 4:30, Les and I are going on a little bit of a road trip to check out super secret storage location number 2. We'll give you a shot when we get there. Okay, we're with grumpy bastard Les. Where are we going tonight?
I'm not sure, you fat bastard, but we're probably going to go look at the Capri for parts.
So where is this Capri that we speak of? Super secret storage location number 2.
It's another storage area with Capris in it.
Okay, well, we're looking forward to that. We've never videotaped this other secret storage location.
I know, but I can't tell everybody where it is because I'd have to shoot them.
Okay. There you have it from Les. So we're on our way.
Yep.
Les and I are enjoying some quiet time together.
I'm going to get a carrot in a minute.
We're overlooking a carrot field.
They don't care about my carrot field.
And we're just about to go and harvest some carrots because we can't get in the building that we need to get into. Why is that, Les?
The old fella's not here yet. He's 90 years old.
He's 90 years old. He's probably sleeping.
He's probably forgot I'm coming over.
And we're just going to sit here and watch the carrots.
God bless him.
Watch the carrots blow in the breeze.
Maybe I'll take that Case tractor for a drive.
One with a flat tire? I'll drag race you.
I'll drive the good one. You drive the flat tire.
Still beat you. Okay, Les. Go get us some carrots.
That's real Canadian dirt there, Doug.
Yeah. Holland Marsh. Be nice. Oh, look at these ones. Look. Nice. Who cares? Get a nice carrot there. Oh. Oh. That's not a very good one. Get another one.
Look.
Get another one.
Maybe that's why they're not pulling them out.
cold out here. That one look any better? Oh, that's a nice carrot. Oh, nice.
Nice carrot, eh?
All right, you can take that one home and have it for your dinner. smell like a carrot? All right, we've had our fun. Oh, look at this one. It's a twin.
Yeah.
Look, there's a twin carrot. All right, we're in super secret storage location number 2. Here's one of Les's beauties. Another Capri. Oh, sorry, that's a tractor. It's a little dark in here. What do we got in here? Oh, look, more Merkurs. Another Merkur over there. What's this red one? That looks like another Merkur. Capri. 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 That's the barn find Capri. If you go back and look at the videos, this Gia we found a while ago. This one, I remember seeing this one.
This is one I want to know if I could open the hood.
Alright, so we got that one. And then back in here, we got 2 more. Were these Mark 1s? Green one.
Yeah.
So we got a green one and a rusty brown one. So yeah, we're trying to capture the market on Capris and Merkurs. Right, Les? So this is a 78 Capri Mark II, but some of the parts I think are interchangeable on Les's 81, is it? 82. Like the headlights, we think the sunroof, we're going to pop the hood because this has a 2.8 liter in gas, and Les is a 2.8 fuel injected. So some of the parts I think are interchangeable, so we're just up here checking out the stash.